At least 3 U.S. service members were killed as the Iran war intensifies. That's where we're starting the 7 from the Washington Post. I'm Hannah Jewell. It's Monday, July 20th. Let's get you caught up with today's 7 stories. It was a violent weekend in the Middle East. On Friday, an Iranian strike hit a military base in Jordan. 2 American troops were killed. And U.S. Central Command said that another set of unidentified remains had been found. Separately, a service member in northern Iraq was killed in action on Saturday. That happened during a controlled detonation of unexploded ordnance from a downed Iranian drone. President Donald Trump said yesterday that the U.S. had launched another wave of attacks against Iran in retaliation. He spoke to reporters about the deaths last night.
Well, we feel very badly, but those great people, those great patriots were out there fighting that Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon.
Last month, the U.S. and Iran had agreed to a memorandum of understanding to halt hostilities while negotiating a broader peace agreement. But earlier this month, that ceasefire collapsed. Now the 2 countries are slipping back into war with deadly consequences more than 4 months after it first began. But an American official told the Post that this time an expansion of U.S. operations will be limited by a dwindling supply of munitions. Spain defeated Argentina in extra time to win its 2nd World Cup. That's number 2. After years of preparation, months of training, and weeks of playing, the biggest World Cup ever staged came down to the final minutes. Spain dominated possession during yesterday's final, and if you don't mind me saying, it was a bit of a drag to watch at first. Spain struggled to score thanks to Argentina's goalkeeper Emiliano Martinez. But then, in the 106th minute, Spanish forward Ferran Torres hammered the ball high into the net to send all of Spain into delirium. Here's the sound of celebrations in Madrid in video from Reuters. That single goal was enough to secure the World Cup for Spain and deny Argentina's Lionel Messi the satisfaction of lifting the tournament's trophy for the 2nd time in a row. After the match, President Trump took part in the trophy ceremony. This is how the crowd reacted when he walked out onto the field. After distributing medals to the players, Trump presented the World Cup trophy to Spain. He lingered awkwardly alongside the team as they celebrated. FIFA President Gianni Infantino then appeared to gently usher Trump off the stage. Number 3. Republican lawmakers are avoiding Trump's latest election fraud claims. In a primetime address last week, the president revived his claims of fraud in the 2020 election. The White House signaled that Trump would reveal new evidence, but he largely just resurfaced claims that have already been debunked. After the speech, Trump bragged about what he called its great reviews and big audience. But it failed to galvanize conservatives. Some even publicly questioned his focus on 2020 as the 2026 midterms approach. Republicans fighting to maintain congressional control this fall largely sidestepped Trump's message. By the weekend, White House-aligned commentators and members of Congress who had pushed Trump's talking points about the speech had seemingly moved on. The muted response underscored a broader political reality. Many Republicans facing voters have shown little interest in making Trump's renewed 2020 election claims central to their campaigns. The UK is getting yet another new prime minister today. That's our 4th story. Andy Burnham was, until recently, the mayor of Greater Manchester. Today, perhaps by the time you're listening to this podcast, he will be the next Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. The UK has been burning through leaders lately. Burnham will be its 7th Prime Minister since 2016. He faces many daunting challenges as he tries to shore up the sagging popularity of the ruling Labour Party. That was a job that outgoing Prime Minister Keir Starmer couldn't manage, leading to Burnham's successful challenge. Starmer also couldn't manage friendly relations with President Trump, who once dismissed him as no Winston Churchill after disagreements about the Iran war. Now, Burnham will have to find a way to walk the line between maintaining a good relationship with the U.S., but also not appearing to suck up to a president who is deeply unpopular in the U.K. Number 5. Trump is continuing his overhaul of the White House grounds. Last week, Trump installed a statue of Thomas Jefferson in the Rose Garden. That's according to two people who spoke on the condition of anonymity to describe the yet-to-be-announced move. The bronze life-size statue depicts the nation's third president seated with a draft of the Declaration of Independence. It was sculpted by George Lundeen, who told the Post that he received a congratulatory call from Trump this month. Lundeen shared the audio with us.
Hi, George. It's your favorite president, Donald Trump, and I just wanted to thank you. The sculpture, it looks really beautiful. Everyone that's seen it thinks it's incredible. I'll see it very shortly, but just by the picture I can see it's really incredible. And we have a wonderful place right in the Rose Garden.
Trump has now installed 5 statues in the Rose Garden. Jefferson joins George Washington, Benjamin Franklin, and Alexander Hamilton, as well as a sculpture called Freedom's Charge, which honors Revolutionary War soldiers. Trump has spent years calling for more statues that recognize prominent Americans. Critics say those he has installed have little artistic value. Public school closures are surging across the country. That's number 6. Over the past 4 years, school closures have spiked 35% across the U.S. Districts closed more than 1,000 schools in 2025 to 2026, and more closures are planned, including in districts in Houston, Philadelphia, Pittsburgh, and Broward County in Florida. The decline has been driven by a shrinking youth population in the U.S. and the end of COVID-19 relief funds, which had propped up education during the pandemic. Parents in some states are also opting to send their kids to private schools using taxpayer-funded vouchers. And Trump's immigration crackdown means fewer kids in America to fill schools. According to federal data, the trend is set to continue. From 2019 to 2031, schools are projected to lose nearly 4 million students. And at number 7, you might be making some big mistakes with your sunscreen. The sun shows no mercy. Skin cancer is the most common cancer in the U.S., affecting 1 in 5 Americans during their lifetimes. You might think you're protecting yourself adequately with sunscreen, but not if you're using it wrong. So we made a quiz to test your sunscreen savvy. There's a link to the quiz if you'd like to try it in today's 7 newsletter. But I'll try you on a couple questions here. First up, what SPF should you look for when choosing a sunscreen? SPF 15 or higher, 30 or higher, 75 or higher, or does it not really matter? The answer is 30 or higher. That's what the American Academy of Dermatology recommends. But how much should you apply? A pea-sized amount or a dime-sized amount? Or should it be enough to fill a shot glass or a coffee mug? The answer is a shot glass. That's to cover your entire body, so you can put your coffee cups away. There's a lot more you can learn from this quiz about sun protection, so go find a link to our newsletter in the show notes. All right, you're all caught up. If you are asking yourself at this moment, what on earth are the show notes? The answer is the description page for today's episode if you are listening on a podcast platform like Apple or Spotify. If you listen on the Post's app, you can just search for the 7 and find the online version of the newsletter. Or, better yet, sign up to get the 7 newsletter delivered directly to your inbox early every weekday morning. I'm Hannah Jewell. I'll meet you back here tomorrow.